Many men over 50 tell me something in private they'd never admit publicly. Doctor, why isn't it as firm as it used to be? Most believe the problem is aging or low testosterone, but the real culprit is often hidden in your daily meals. One specific food that directly weakens blood flow where you need it most. And the surprising part, a different food can make your erections noticeably stronger, fuller, and more reliable at any age. Today, I'll show you exactly what to eat. I'm Dr. Barbara O'Neill, a penis surgeon with over 33 years of experience treating men's sexual health. Tell me where you're watching from, and don't forget to like and subscribe. As men cross 50, something subtle but powerful begins to change inside the body, something most never talk about openly. You might notice that firmness isn't as predictable as it once was, or that it takes longer to wake up down there. Many seniors assume this is just low testosterone or normal aging, but that's not actually the root cause. The real shift begins with nitric oxide, a tiny gas molecule your body makes to relax blood vessels and allow strong, full erections. After 50, your natural nitric oxide production drops sharply, and the blood vessels inside the penis, some of the smallest in the entire body, start to stiffen and narrow. That means blood can't rush in fast enough, and even when desire is there, performance may not follow. What most men don't realize is that the foods they're eating every day have a bigger impact on erection quality than testosterone levels. Your diet directly affects the endothelial cells that line the arteries in your penis. When these cells are healthy, they release nitric oxide easily. When they're inflamed or damaged, they struggle. And that's when men begin to say, "Why isn't it responding like it used to?" I hear this in my clinic constantly, and the emotion behind it is always the same: frustration, confusion, and a quiet fear that something permanent might be happening. But the truth is, these changes are often reversible when you understand what's going on inside your blood vessels. There is also a specific everyday food that accelerates this decline much faster than most men realize. It weakens the endothelial lining, starves the penile arteries of oxygen, and speeds up nitric oxide loss. Most men over 60 eat it weekly without ever connecting it to their firmness issues. And when I tell you what it is in the next chapter, you may be surprised by how common it is and how quickly things can start to improve once you reduce it. For years, many men over 50 have quietly asked me why their erections feel weaker, slower, or less reliable, and almost all of them assume it's just aging. But aging isn't the real thief here. One of the biggest culprits is sitting right on their dinner plate. I'm talking about processed meats, bacon, sausages, deli slices, hot dogs, and cured meats that seem harmless because they're familiar, comforting, and easy. What men don't realize is that these foods directly attack the endothelial cells, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels that controls how much blood can enter the penis during an erection. When those cells become inflamed or damaged, the arteries begin to stiffen and thicken, almost like microscopic plumbing that's slowly clogging over time. Inside the penis, those vessels are already extremely narrow, so even a small amount of inflammation can dramatically reduce blood flow. Men often tell me, "But doctor, my heart seems fine. I walk, I work, I stay busy." What they don't know is that penile arteries are about 1/3 the size of coronary arteries. That means they clog years before heart symptoms ever show up. So the first sign of blood vessel trouble is often weaker erections, not chest pain, not fatigue. And processed meats worsen this without you feeling it happening. The nitrates, preservatives, and saturated fats create oxidative stress inside the vessels, breaking down nitric oxide and limiting the pressure needed for a firm, full erection. It's not that your body doesn't want to respond, it's that the blood can't get where it needs to go. I always see the same look on men's faces when they hear this. Part frustration, part relief. Frustration that no one told them sooner, and relief that it isn't their fault or lost youth. It's simply biology reacting to everyday choices. The good news is that blood vessels can rebuild, and your firmness can improve when you remove what's damaging them. And even better, there's one specific food that does the exact opposite of processed meat. It opens, relaxes, and supercharges blood flow in a way men over 60 feel quickly. In the next chapter, I'll show you exactly what that food is. There's a reason many athletes use this food to boost performance, and seniors can use it to boost something just as important. The food is beets, or beetroot. What makes beets so powerful for older men is their extremely high nitrate content. Your body converts these natural nitrates into nitric oxide, the same molecule that helps the blood vessels in your penis relax, open, and fill rapidly during an erection. As nitric oxide rises, blood flows more easily, oxygen is delivered more efficiently, and the firmness you thought you'd lost begins to return. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even early 80s notice improvements in just a few weeks, simply because they added this one food to their routine. What makes beets special is not just the nitrates, but how gently they work. Unlike medications that force blood vessels open suddenly, beets nourish the endothelial cells so your body can produce nitric oxide naturally again. And when those cells begin functioning the way they should, erections feel fuller, last longer, and respond more predictably. Many men tell me they feel a warmth or heaviness down there after a few days. Those are early signs of improved blood flow. It's not magic, it's biology waking back up. The easiest way to use beets daily is simple. 1 small glass of beet juice in the morning, or half a cooked beet added to lunch or dinner. If you prefer convenience, a teaspoon of beetroot powder mixed into water works just as well. Just avoid taking it right after brushing your teeth, because mouth bacteria help convert nitrates to nitric oxide. And for men on blood pressure medications, it's wise to start small and check with your doctor, since beets can lower pressure naturally. Now, here's where things get exciting. When you pair beets with 2 specific nutrients, the blood flow boost becomes even stronger and more sustained. In the next chapter, I'll show you exactly which nutrients multiply this effect. If beets are the spark that reignites blood flow, then antioxidants and omega-3s are the shield and stabilizer that keep that spark burning strong. After 50, the blood vessels inside the penis become highly vulnerable to oxidative stress, tiny bursts of inflammation that stiffen the arterial walls and break down nitric oxide before it can do its job. This is where antioxidants step in. Foods rich in antioxidants, like blueberries, pomegranates, and dark leafy greens, neutralize those inflammatory molecules and protect the delicate endothelial cells lining your arteries. When these cells stay healthy, they release nitric oxide more easily, making every dose of beetroot even more effective. Omega-3 fatty acids add another layer of support. They help thin the blood slightly, allowing it to flow into the penile chambers faster and with less resistance. They also soften arterial walls, making them more flexible, something that becomes crucial as men age. When arteries are flexible, they expand effortlessly during arousal, creating stronger, fuller erections. Foods like salmon, sardines, walnuts, and flaxseed are excellent sources of omega-3s. I've had countless men tell me that when they combined beets with omega-3 rich meals for a few weeks, they felt more alive down there, as if circulation suddenly found a new path. A simple routine works best: beet juice or beet powder in the morning, antioxidants with lunch, like a handful of berries or a small pomegranate, and omega-3s at dinner through fish or a teaspoon of ground flaxseed. This daily rhythm keeps your blood vessels nourished, protected, and primed for better performance. But here's the truth: food isn't the whole story. Certain habits can amplify these gains dramatically, while others can quietly erase all the progress you make. In the next chapter, I'll show you the specific lifestyle changes that turn this nutrition plan into a full rebuild program for stronger, more dependable erections at any age. When men start repairing blood flow with the right foods, the next question I hear is, "Doctor, how do I make these results last?" The truth is, nutrition lays the foundation, but your daily habits turn that foundation into a full rebuild program. One of the simplest steps is hydration. Your blood becomes thicker when you're dehydrated, which means it moves more slowly through already narrow vessels. Drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning and another in the afternoon keeps blood volume healthy and helps those nutrients you're eating actually reach the penile arteries. Another powerful habit is a gentle evening circulation routine. This doesn't have to be exercise, just 5 minutes of slow leg raises, ankle circles, or walking around the house can encourage fresh blood flow to the pelvis. Many older men spend long hours sitting, which compresses the nerves and vessels that supply the penis. A short movement break before bed helps undo that pressure and keeps oxygen flowing where you need it. Morning light exposure may sound unrelated, but it plays a surprisingly big role. Just 10 minutes of natural light boosts your circadian rhythm, which improves testosterone balance, vascular tone, and nighttime nitric oxide production. Seniors often miss morning sunlight without realizing how much it affects their energy and sexual function. Finally, pelvic floor activation is essential. These are the muscles that control firmness, angle, and staying power. Simple Kegel-style contractions, tightening the muscles you'd use to stop urine flow, done for a few seconds at a time, can strengthen blood trapping inside the penis. Most men feel a noticeable difference within weeks. And here's what I want you to remember. It's never too late. I've seen men in their 70s and 80s rebuild stronger erections than they had in their 50s simply by combining these habits with the foods we've discussed. In the outro, I'll show you how to bring all of this together into a confident, sustainable routine for the years ahead. Stronger erections aren't about being young. They're about restoring circulation, rebuilding habits, and staying consistent with the simple steps we covered. Try the routine, see how your body responds, and share your progress in the comments so others can learn from you. Your best years aren't behind you. They can start today, with confidence and vitality growing every week.